Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and today this week's lift is this lovely one by Carrie Baldwin, and it is a what you would call a boy page done with a cocoa vanilla collection, and it's relatively simple. There's a colorful photo and different layers of different shapes and sizes of papers, coordinating papers. There's a little bit of mixed media, a little bit of stenciling underneath, just showing outside the layers of paper. So I'm going to use this photo of the 3 kids in our kitchen. This was probably months after we had retired, and this was before we had renovated the kitchen. We just kind of moved stuff in there, and we had the gel pen set and all kinds of other art supplies on the fairly small island that was there at the time. And we pulled up stools, and all 3 kids sat there. Ava was just a few months old, and so she wasn't in the coloring phase yet. But this is Allie and Katie, and they're wearing matching dresses, and Barrett's down at the end. And Barrett says that he remembers that set of gel pens, and he remembers how excited it was when he got old enough that we let him use those. Those were my scrapbooking gel pens, which I, gave to them and maybe replaced years later. But anyway, I love this picture, and I'm titling this page Why, and I'll put in small letters, this is why we retired, and this is why we moved away from a place that had been my home for 33 years and friends from, all those years. And John, I guess, had been there for maybe 28, 29 years. And it it was a hard move to make. And every once in a while we questioned our sanity. But when I look at this photo, I know why. We got to see these 3 grow up into the amazing humans that they are now, and we got to watch Ava grow and go through hard times and come out victorious on the other end. So it's been good. And so anyway, I'm going to use the most colorful of and non-beachy, the only non-beachy one of the page kits that I made from my September Scrap Backwards kit. So in this case, I'm not scrapping backwards. I grouped all the papers and made the kit together without any idea of the photo, but the photo led me to pick this kit, and so we'll kind of see how that works out. The background is this little yellow bicycle paper. This is the A side of it. The B side is this one that just has scripty writing on it. It's just beautiful. There's some little bit of stuff there. So, and I'm going to use a Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide ink to do my mixed media. And I'm going to use the stencil that I got in my Mind the Scrap kit. I just hate throwing away Little Yellow Bicycle. This collection of Little Yellow Bicycle is called Poppy. I hate throwing away branding strips because that means I've used yet another sheet of my hoarded papers. Okay, I'm going to kind of use this as a guide. I want everything over to the left side of the page like Kyrie has it. And I kind of want to build it vertically, although my photo is oriented horizontally. So I'm just going to kind of see how I can cut papers. I want this one at the very back. And I'll let it be horizontal. And it'll be the only horizontal page or piece. It'll go back there. And the reason I'm using this back there is I want to draw or doodle something of a frame around it, kind of like Kyrie did with hers. And then over that, I'm going to do a vivid page. I'm going to cut this because I may want to use that on something else. I'll just let that be kind of right. That's going to go kind of right there. And so far, this is kind of how that's shaping up. I want to use this pink. One of the things that she did was one of the layers coming down, helping to create her vertical orientation there, is this with paper with lines on it. And I have this with lines on it. It's a 3x4 card. I have no idea where it came from, but it can go here, but there needs to be something underneath it. Maybe I'll go with this paper. Let's see. There, that's gonna be, it's not gonna be wide enough. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll do this, and then I'll cut it in half. I should have cut the paper the other way, so yeah. I'll do it that way and that way. And that'll come down, and this will still be here. And then I need a paper to go kind of up. Ooh, okay. So I can use both sides of this. This can go like that. And then I can maybe do, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the end and put it underneath here. Or no, I'm going to put it up there. And then I will, I want something coming out over here, and that's what I'll use this for, maybe. Oh, or this or this. I'm going to stop worrying about trying to match up the original. I'm just going to put shapes that make sense to me and that kind of make the color scheme work. I'm gonna kind of layer that in under there too. And then this is kind of light in color, so I may jazz that up with some embellishments. Whoops, I hit my lamp. Okay, now since this is all going here, I'm gonna actually kind of place that there. I'm gonna use that to help me figure out where to put my, I'm just gonna slide this over And I'm going to turn that over that way so that the dotty stuff is there. And I'm not just doing the dots. I'll go ahead and do other pieces of it. Okay, so that goes there. Now I'm going to put this kind of back over and then see, it looks like my bottom of it might be down around here. So I'm just gonna do that. And I've got a little bit of the framework part out there. And if, as we put this together, some of that stuff seems in the wrong place, or I need to feather it out or something somehow, I can always do that. And I'm just gonna, need to get this off the table, out of the way, and I haven't put away things that I stuck out there. Okay, now, I kind of like how that looks. This is all extra that's not going on the page. This is not going on the page, or maybe it's going on the page. I'm just going to stick that over there. I'm now just going to distress the edges, and everything's going to get put on foam to kind of make it, to give it depth and dimension from the bottom of the page there. I'll do this, and then I'll kind of curl these distressed edges up a bit. Well, I said I wanted to doodle the frame, so let me do that. I'm gonna assume, and I think she doodled a little star there. I'm actually gonna put a heart there. Actually, why not? I'll doodle my own little star. I just like little touches like that. And I'm perfectly okay with that not being perfectly straight lines. It's kind of the point of doodling, I think, is for it to look hand-drawn. Okay, layer one is down. Okay, now I kind of want to, let's see, I had this paper that was going here, I think. Let me distress it and get it on some foam. And it's going under the photo, so I'll put it down next. Everything's going under the photo, so I'll wait till last, but I'm going to have to kind of keep reminding myself of where the photo does go. This is going to look like a horizontal layer, but to us, it's going to be vertical. And I'm just going to put it right there. And my idea is that the photo will be right there. So now I need other layers. This goes under the photo for sure, but there may be a reason to take the take note off, and then I can use the take note as a layer in something else. So that can go there, but I think it really needs to be propped up. So let me put some foam behind it down at the bottom. And I'm going to distress it. That's a nice thick paper, so it's either P13 or 49 in market. It's one of those really thick, nicely, it distresses nicely. Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it under the frame. I don't think it actually matters, but I'll do that. And then I think these things were gonna be on the side, and they need to be shorter. And they're not even. And these I will put flat, but I am going to distress them. And it's going to be just shy of where that comes out, but that's going to be noticeably higher. And this is Glitz Design paper, which is also thick and has a high rag content, so it distresses nicely as well. I'm gonna do it like this.
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay. So Siri doesn't understand what I just said, and I don't think it's important for her to understand. Do you? Let's see. I want to get that about even. Come on. Okay. Now, let's see what we have. We have another layer that kind of is supposed to go over here. I'm going to take this. Do I want it that way? I hate that gold color. So I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate it. Actually, I'll use this. Let me make sure that it fits. It works here, but it's a little bit too wide. So Okay. Let's do it like that. That works, and I'm going to put it on a little bit of foam. And kind of curl it up. And I'll do it like that. And that keeps this raised up. And I'll use that for some embellishments. I still haven't put the photo on, but I think I will now. I printed it. That's the beauty of having double-sided photo paper. When I printed it here, I printed it too far over to the edge of the paper, and it didn't get the whole photo on it. So this is here. I need another piece of foam to bolster this one side of it, this side. And I'll do that. But I need a paper. How about this one that would go under that and maybe over there? I kind of like that. I don't think I'm going to use this one as much as I love it. I mean, I guess I could use the other side. I'll use it for one of the upper things, but I'm going to use this. This is Heidi Swap Sun Chaser. And that is Vicki Boutin's Sweet Rush. And Vicki Boutin and the VBoo crew, part of the VBoo crew, are taking off today on a Caribbean cruise. They're all gathering in Houston, and I'm definitely jealous. Okay, I've got that there, and now what I think I might use this for is a layer up here, and I may just do that, use the whole darn thing. And I've gone off book, certainly. What I need to do is, since this is here, I need to go ahead and complete the doodling. And of course I did that in the middle of when I was distressing this. Never let it be said that I maintain a decent attention span. That has never been my strong suit, never will. And if anyone notices it and gets worried about the state of my aging brain, it's been like this for as long as I've been on the planet, so no worries. I've always been this way. Okay, let's get that up there. So that kind of determines which side of that goes up and which side goes down. So we're going to do this. Okay, and I think that maybe, I did want to use this, and it kind of looks like maybe I need something here to, let me pull this out a bit. And I'll pull that off of it. And I'll get this more there. And then I will cut this down. Is that the same length? No, it's shorter, and that's good. I don't want it to be the same length. Okay. I can sneak that in there. That just adds that nice touch of color. Right there. So that way I still get this main layer kind of showing on both sides. It's still somewhat vertical design. Should I add this up here maybe? That says take note so that it looks like it's the whole thing. You know, that's maybe not a bad idea. I was going to save it for another page, and I was maybe going to make a tab out of it by rounding those corners. But I think I'm going to do this, and I need to know how much foam and where to put it. I think I need 2 layers because I think it's bridging 2 layers there, but we'll see. If I get it straight, that would help. And straight is in comparison to this other piece. And what I can do to cover the fact that those ends are not parallel is I can add embellishments. How about we look at some of those? Okay, I've got, I want to use this Bless This Mess because it's just perfect. And I'm going to put it here. Actually, let me put it over here. So it's actually pointing to the photo. Over here, the arrow doesn't hit the photo. Okay, so there. I could use family. Oh, you know what? I've got this Bless Our Mess that could go right there. So I'll use this for something else. I have lots of photos that, gather, but the colors are kind of not right. Let me put that aside. And I've got this sticker, which that's kind of cool that way. but I don't need it all. And maybe I'll use it here, and that'll cover up that yellow that I don't like. And it kind of sets it there, and it reinforces that star theme. And I can use this. I'll put it back on the sticker sheet. This is the No Limits collection, which is maybe what Kiri was using. There's this that says "You're the best." And I could kind of put it on the photo right there, but I need some foam. Did I use all my green foam? Nope, I still have a little bit. I can kind of do that right there, and then layer some other embellishments underneath. And at the moment, I don't know what those other embellishments might actually be. I have a couple little bits right here. That one says "Enjoy." The rest of these are kind of beachy. What do I have here? I have this big old heart. That might work. This is a Paige Evans. Might work right there. And if I just adhere it to there and don't push it all the way down, it has some dimension. I like the word "everyday" because that's kind of, this was kind of an everyday photo. And it's adding a green color that I don't have anywhere else, so I'll have to put some. But I just want to use this. There's also, I also have a sentiment that says "Happiness is here," and that's very appropriate. So I'm going to use it too. There's a lot of sentimentality going around because Barrett's out looking at colleges, and Ava has a job, and Katie's off on her first business trip, and Allie's working 2 jobs and going to school, and they're taking care of their own stuff, you know. It's the Katie's work group was getting together at and staying at the same Airbnb before, that's near the airport, so that they would not have to travel on the freeways, which in Atlanta are just absolutely horrible. So I'm gonna do this. So and James said, "Oh, I'll Venmo you some money to cover your Airbnb." She says, "Dad, I've got it. I have my own money. I've already paid for it." And it just, you know, kind of struck him that His little girl is all grown up. I've got this green heart. There's that green there. So yeah, that's there. And I'm going to put that heart right there, I guess. And I'll kind of put some stuff here. I'm just doing dots here. Dots and hearts. I'm sure there's another heart. There is. Like that. And oh, feeling creative would have worked too. So many things on here would have fit that photo. Okay. Let's see what else I had out here. I'm going to put the real title kind of right here, and I'm going to use these alphas, which came in my Mind the Scrap kit. And they're the cutest alphas. Everyone's different. The fonts vary, the sizes vary. It's Stamperia, that www.stamperia.com, which is also where this stencil came from. It has a coating like this, like Create Happiness by Vicky Pompoiano. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but www.stamperia.com, STAMPERIA.com. I had some questions about the stencil, so since these alphas came from the same company, I thought I'd tell you. So I'll put that there. I know I'm going to have to go back in and glue those, but do I want a capital H or a little h? I'm going to go with a little h, and I'll use one that looks different. And then Y, I'm going to take this little Y. Aren't those cute? And I've got the word this right here that says love this kid. This, and I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to outline that. And I'm going to write and I'm going to doodle this is why. And what I may do is outline these letters too. It'll give them a little bit more dimension. Being chipboard, they already have some dimension. So I have to be careful when I glue them down that I get them back in the same outline. They seem to be sticking, so maybe these are chipboard. They're a little thinner than some chipboard, so they may actually stick. So this is why, and I'm going to write whenever I wonder about our move, to Georgia, I look at photos like this. And I'm going to write up here the date. I'm going to say sometime in 2008. I could get precise, but the precision doesn't matter here. I've got this little label that I just want to add as a layer of color. It adds kind of a rainbow color. I've got things sticking all over the place. And I thought it might look good right there, but I don't actually like it right there. Maybe here. It kind of brings out the colors of that. Let me put some foam behind it. And we've got a winner. And I'm going to distress it even. I'm going to hide the gold part because I don't like it. Okay. I'm going to get rid of all the rest of this because it keeps sticking to me. I'm going to take a last look. I still need something up here, I think. Let me see. How about, and this is a travel themed thing that I'm not going to use. This summer banner, the colors would be okay, and it was in the summer, but that's not really the point or the theme that I'm scrapping here. I'm not sure what to do here. I need something right there. How about this square thing that has stars? Maybe sneaking it right there. I still need something right there. Oh. Well, of course, I haven't put the flare. And I actually looked at some flare and saw some cute things that might be perfect. I like that. So let's do that. I love and order and buy and purchase and pay for and am gifted the rainbow colored flare, and yet I have trouble using them. I'm not sure. Either I have trouble because I'm hoarding them, or I have trouble because if I have a rainbow theme, going on. The rainbow flare might compete or not have the same rainbow colors or something. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm using this flare that has all these numbers on it because these are kids who are learning math in school, and that just seems kind of appropriate. And I thought I might put it right up there. And then this flare has little boxes of popcorn and soft drinks. So movies with the kids and, you know, movie nights with them, you know, just hanging with the kids. This is why. This is perfect to put near the title. And I noticed that there's a little gap right in here. And it's right next to Bless Our Mess because, you know, popcorn and soft drinks and straws and movie night snacks can actually leave kind of a mess. Okay, so I made an everyday life as everyday life used to be. I'm gonna add this down here or underneath it here, just to get that used. Okay, and because who doesn't like just a little more color on their page? Not me. Okay, so thank you for watching. Let me pull out the original again and see if I think I've captured. I think so. I'm okay with this. I have scrapped a photo that I love and talked about how I feel about it. And so to me, that's, you can't ask any more from a scrapbook page. Thank you for watching. Bye.